Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my wildcard weekend NFL picks. So it has been a very interesting football season. I can't believe we're already into the playoffs. Kind of a exciting time of year, but a little depressing that the regular season is over. So let's start off with the Saturday playoff games. We have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals, they lost 16-24 to the Ravens in their last game of the season. Dalton had 232 passing yards. They had 4 penalties for 35 yards, 1 fumble, and 1 sack for 1 yard lost. Now, Andy Dalton is hospitalized today with the flu, but he is probable for playing. So it is going to be kind of interesting to see what kind of condition that he is for playing tomorrow. You know, he'll be getting his care in the hospital today, so hopefully he'll be well enough to play. But he is, they are playing the Houston Texans, who had some problems now towards the end of the year. They lost 22-23 to the Titans, their last game. And Delhomme had 211 passing yards. Yates had 47 passing yards. They had 7 penalties for 55 yards, 1 fumble, sacked 3 times for 23 yards, lost. And they had a failed 2-point conversion with 14 seconds left in the game, and that lost them the game. So instead of tying, they went for the 2-point conversion. And TJ Yates is planning to start the game, but he does have an injured shoulder, so he's planning to start the game, but probably will not be playing the whole game. So this is a battle of rookie quarterbacks here, and I think the Texans are having a lot of problems. So with this matchup, I think the Bengals are the stronger team, and I think the Bengals are going to win this one. So that's what I'm picking for that matchup. Now going for the Saturday night game, the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. And this one I'm looking forward to this game. The Detroit Lions, they lost 41-45 to the Packers. Stafford had 520 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They had 11 penalties for 101 yards. They have a lot of penalties. They had 2 fumbles, sacked 2 times for 18 yards lost, and they made 1 interception for 30 yards. Now, the Detroit Lions, they've been scoring a lot of points. Matthew Stafford's been doing very good. They are a very strong team, but you know what? They're going up against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, and they won 45-17 over the Panthers. Drew Brees had 389 passing yards, and he had 5 touchdowns in the game, 1 interception. Daniel had 20 passing yards. They had 6 penalties for 60 yards. They made 1 interception, no yards gained. They had no sacks. And Brees had the league record. His wound up having 5,486 total yards. And, I think Brees is a more concise quarterback. He's, more experienced. I think the Saints have it together. This is going to be a great matchup between these two teams. They're both great teams, both high-scoring teams. I'm going to give Saints the edge, and I think the Saints will take it. So that's who I'm picking on that one. The game I'm looking forward to, because I'm the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Atlanta Falcons won 45-24 over the Bucks. Ryan had 106 passing yards. Redmond had 71 passing yards, 1 interception. They had 3 penalties for 20 yards, 1 fumble. They made 3 interceptions for 49 yards, and they had a team record of 42 first half points, half game points. So the Falcons are doing good in this end of the season. They're they're a strong team, but they're playing the New York Giants, who have been hot this ending of the season also. They won 31-14 over the Cowboys in their do-or-die game. Eli Manning had 346 passing yards. They had 3 penalties for 28 yards. They had 2 sacks for 15 yards lost, made 1 interception, and Victor Cruz had another catch and run, touchdown pass, 74 yards. And, it was their first touchdown of the game. That Eli Manning to Victor Cruz combination is just, hot. They're scoring them points. They're just playing amazing. Their defense is playing good. Justin Tuck, Jason Pierre-Paul. They have Osi Miura back. They have, their wide receivers are doing good. Eli's great, and he broke the fourth quarter touchdown record. And I just think, they're playing in New York. So, of course, you know who I'm picking. I'm picking the Giants. I think they'll be able to beat Atlanta because they're just on a streak. They got through the Jets, they got through the Cowboys, and now I think they'll get through Atlanta. And last but not least, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Now, the Steelers won 13-9 over the Browns. Ben Roethlisberger had 221 passing yards. They had 4 penalties for 37 yards, 2 fumbles, sacked 2 times for 22 yards lost, made 1 interception, no yards. Rashard Mendenhall is out with an injured knee, and we know Ben Roethlisberger has that high ankle sprain, and he's kind of wobbling around there. But they are playing the Denver Broncos, who lost 7-3 to the Chiefs. Tebow had 60 passing yards, 1 interception. They had 6 penalties for 49 yards, 1 fumble, sacked 2 times for 10 yards lost. Denver Broncos have been struggling here at the end, and with this matchup, I think even with the injuries and stuff, the Steelers just have too much experience, too much strength. They were in the Super Bowl last year, and I think it's just going to be too much. The Broncos have too many people out. The inexperience of Tebow, I don't think it's a matchup for the Steelers. So I think the Steelers are going to take this one. So just to quickly recap who I think is going to win. I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to beat the Texans. I think the Saints are going to beat the Lions. I think the Giants are going to beat the Falcons. And I think the Steelers are going to beat the Broncos. So that's my picks for the wild card weekend of the playoffs. Enjoy your weekend of football, and I will see you next week.